Hello everyone, I'm Sanjan. I'll be running Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect is one of my most favorite series, and I'm a big BioWare girly. I run a lot of... You might know me for a lot of JRPGs, a lot of turn-based, but I'm also, as I mentioned, a big BioWare girly. So, really excited. This is any percent new game with mods. The mod is for primarily for convenience, and we are running on the Legendary Edition. So without further ado, let's get started in 3, 2, 1, go. So you notice I started from a live save here. So there's just like a bunch of cutscenes that happened before, and to be transparent, we are playing new game, which requires us to play on the custom, not custom, default world state. So the default world state is a little scuffed, as you'll find out, because there's not that many companions alive, but we are required to use that for the speedrun to be legal. So we're not allowed to import any saves from Mass Effect 2. So all of this is just a sort of tutorial thing. Story-wise, the big TLDR is that Shepard saved the world twice, and because of the results from that, she got placed under house arrest for about half a year, and then these little big mechanical looking cockroaches named, that's rude, the Reapers came over and said hi, derogatory, and they're just like, okay, just kidding, Shepard, we're not placing you under house arrest anymore, you gotta save it because you're the only one with brain cells. And Shepard's like, okay, yay.
The only one with brain cells is absolutely frying me, but you're not wrong.
I know BioWare fans are very dedicated and have very big opinions on Mass Effect 3, but as I like to say, we just need to follow the speedrun canon here, because according to the speedrun canon, it's only been about 3 hours since the events of Mass Effect 1 and 2, so
You
get a bunch of tutorials here. You get a tutorial on shooting and using your powers. I'll talk more about the class I am at, but you also see me using this lovely ability called Charge here. For those of you who are wondering, yes, I am playing a Vanguard. Vanguards are very busted. You also see that I am shooting the floor here. I do not have a vengeance against floors. Oh, and I'm getting word that the Reapers are also assaulting my tech as well, so I don't like the sound of the Reapers being rude to the tech as well.
They're coming in hot, I guess. Goodness gracious. All right, it looks like we are going to take a minute to collect ourselves, if you will. So, while we collect ourselves, hello everyone, hi. So, we're gonna take a minute. In the meantime, hi, hello. Let me tell you about the Asian Speedrunners Alliance. If I'm blurry, don't worry about it. But hi, the Asian Speedrunners Alliance is who we are collaborating with today at Speed Stuff for Charity. Because it is us, we aim to celebrate our Asian members of the speedrunning community and promote Asian representation in community events of all kinds. By holding its own events, as well as collaborating with groups like Speed Stuff for Charity, ASA seeks to showcase all of our talented Asian speedrunning community members now during Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, as well as all year round. If you would like to learn more about the Asian Speedrunners Alliance, you can check out our Discord by typing !ASA in chat. I want to take a minute to talk about my own heritage for a second here. Hi. Many of you know that I am biracial. I am half Asian and half Hispanic. My father is South Asian. And a way that I connect with my heritage is through food. I love cooking and I love eating Asian food. It's genuinely some of my favorite things in the world. I make curry at least a couple of times a month. Now, notably, I am South Asian, which means that I make South Asian curry, East Asian curry, Japanese curry, Thai curry. Those are, don't get me wrong, I love all kinds of curry. Love all kinds of curry. I mostly make South Asian curry, so like Indian, Bangladeshi, and Pakistani curry. That is how I tend to connect a lot with my heritage, especially because I walk in between two different kinds of heritage, because again, I am also South American, I am also Hispanic. But it is always a pleasure. Kalos croissant curry, I made Kalos croissant curry, and it is actually fantastic, I'll have you know. But it is always a pleasure to be able to not only make myself visible, but help other people within the Asian speedrunning community be more visible. And speaking of visible, I think we've got visibility back on Sanjan. Hey Sanjan, do you read me? Are we good?
Oh, hello. Yeah, the Reapers try, you know, like, the collectors came in and tried to assume direct control of the tech. You know, like, I can't believe they're so rude. So I just went into the, you know, the screen while, you know, our lovely tech team was trying to unassuming direct control. Take that however as you will. I tried to describe it. So let's continue on then in 3, 2, 1, go. So here, you didn't hear it, but let me explain this part again. I'm shooting the ground, not because I have a vengeance towards the ground, but because this is supposed to be an auto-scroller, but you sort of just like have a mercy part, or like if you just like lose all your ammo, then the game just like says, oh, you lost all your ammo, here, have some mercy, and then they just call up Joker to rescue you.
I'm glad you're so optimistic. What's that?
So we're coming up on here to Mars, so we're trying to find out, you know, like, why the Reapers are invading, and they get word that a bunch of, sort of just like, another group of humans called Cerberus is, like, making a lot of trouble here. And so we get introduced to sort of, Shepard, you're not Sonic, please stop barrel rolling. You're gonna see me complain about barrel rolling, because it is so easy to barrel roll.
They see
We
her
also
rolling.
get yeah, we're also introduced to Liara, our biotics. If you don't know what biotics are, you can think of it as a, you know, the Mass Effect's version of a space Jedi. There you go. Except they glow blue when, or like whichever color when they use their powers. You just think of it as like psychic type, space wizards. So Liara is going to be one of the big characters that we use here, and the good summary of it is it's girls' night. Sorry, what was that, Gabby?
You're totally good. We love Girls' Night. We also love getting 5 gifted subs from Avu Kamu. That brings us to 30 out of the 40 necessary subs to watch all of the in-game cutscenes for Pepsi Man. Thank you so much. Oh my
Let's
gosh,
go.
yay! Hooray! We're making it happen, chat. We are so close now. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my apologies also if you hear me chewing, because I had to get, I'm the most Asian person, I had to get boba before my run, so my deepest apologies as well.
Okay, but what's your boba order?
So I'm one of those people who only order one thing, and that's like a strawberry drink. Usually a strawberry tea drink with boba.
That's pretty, honestly, banger boba order.
I'm just a very simple person. All right, so for this section, we have to shoot a bunch of you'll see me shoot a specific amount of Cerberus troops here. I want to make sure I open the door, but I also want to make sure like I don't kill too many of them too fast, because who can I? Oh, gaming. Okay, I killed one too many. So that door opens and closes, and if I don't get there, I have to go like the long way through, and that loses me like 20 seconds. And then this game also introduces you to the cover system, but I'm gonna be real with you, the cover system is just a suggestion to Shepard. Okay, what haven't I explained yet? Right. So I'm playing as a Vanguard mainly because of the ability called Biotic Charge. Biotic Charge, it basically zooms you across the battlefield. We also play as a Vanguard in Mass Effect 2, but it is significantly more busted. It's a little less busted in Mass Effect 3 because you don't have the buffer skip. And you don't get like the animation skip or the buffer skip, but it's still like very good. Hello, please. You also notice here I did a little skip. If I load the cutscene at a certain... If I basically like skip through the cutscene while holding in a direction, this is like one of the few places you do it. You can... Generally, you have to wait for the strand to get here, but... If you load it in at a certain time, it's already there. Yeah, chat, you gotta tell me what your favorite boba order is. And it doesn't... You don't have to necessarily like bubble tea or black pearls.
I don't get the black pearls. I always get the popping mango pearls because those are my favorites.
Oh, popping boba is like so good. All right, so you'll see. You saw me sort of just like climb that little object there. So that trick is called an elevator. What elevators are is you have to kind of walk at a very like specific direction, and the game like basically elevates you up. So you'll see that being used in a few places to be able to skip content. There's some areas where you can use that to skip a lot of content. That is a lot more prevalent in Mass Effect 2, but in Mass Effect 3, it's not as prevalent.
Now you're playing this on Legendary Edition. Is there like a significant difference between the original trilogy and Legendary Edition, or would you say they're pretty similar?
So actually, like, between Mass Effect 3 and the Legendary Edition, aside from multiplayer, which multiplayer is unfortunately only in the original edition here, you have to... Like, there's... Like, you're already given, like, the full DLC in Legendary Edition and everything. That's probably, like, the main difference, but they're actually, like, pretty similar here. But the main difference why we're running on the Legendary Edition is that one of a community member named Creepy King developed the mod for this game, and the mod allows you to skip. It's a cutscene skip in the part that like it's a cutscene skip in the way that it actually allows you to skip through dialogue, because there's lots of this game where you cannot skip through dialogue and you basically have to watch the dialogue for like 10 hours. So without the mod, this would be like a 2.5-hour run, because you're basically watching a movie at that point. So we did a bit of walking there because we gotta go, like, so essentially what's happening is, you know, Shepard has to unite the world yet again, but everyone's got skill issues of their own that they have to solve. And so first thing on the plate is gathering the Turians to our side.
I know what that means. We were just talking about Garrus.
Yeah, unfortunately we don't use it. Sorry to disappoint all the Garrus fans, we don't really use Garrus in the speedrun.
Tragic, no! He's so baby girl. Someone said that in chat earlier, and it's so true.
He's so baby. That's actually true, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be using Liara and Edie mostly because they have like a lot of powers that synergize with us very well. Liara has a lot of like crowd control, which is what we primarily need to make fights go really fast.
Okay, but I can get on board with an all femmes team. That kind of rules, actually.
Yeah, it's basically it's girls' night plus James. We use James for part of the beginning sections.
That makes sense.
It's actually also funny because you're gonna see we're actually gonna skip a lot of Monet, which is the next planet, and generally you're supposed to like talk with Garrus there, but we basically skip over recruiting Garrus, and then like after the mission he just ends up in our party. I had a friend who was joking to me when I talked about the speedrun that Oh, like, it's girls' night and James? You know James would be the first person to say trans rights are human rights.
Say it with me, chat. Trans rights are human rights. Send in that little channel points reward as well. Trans rights, baby.
Alright, so we're going to be selecting our squad mates here, and so let me quickly explain one of like the properties here. So you'll notice that I'm gonna unequip my shotgun, my shotty here. So we actually don't need a shotty because our... Oop, I slightly messed it up, that's okay. We don't need the shotty mainly because we have our pistol, which is more than good enough. But also because there is a system... So the weapon system in this game is done by weight, and like the more weapons you have, or like the more heavier weapons you have, the more that your weight increases. And when your weight increases, that means that your abilities have a longer cooldown. So essentially, we just want to make sure that we have the highest cooldown reduction we can. Mainly because we are going to be using a lot of charge and carnage and abilities just as our main source of damage. And to be transparent as well, we are running this on narrative difficulty. So like generally this game is just like extremely like very beginner friendly and like a good introductory to Mass Effect speedruns. Because it is pretty hard to die. You can still die, of course.
Understood.
But it is...
Right. Understood.
Hello?
As you wish. Got it.
Liara,
okay.
Liara, please.
So what I'm doing here is I'm using Liara to bunny hop jump. You can use your characters as basically just like you know, a bridge to get to the other area. So we are using a combination of the elevator glitch as well as just like loading specific areas here. And basically, this is how we skip Monet. It's a little bit precise mainly because it is very easy to fall, and especially for this area, like, you cannot really see, like, where you're going here. So... And that's set up. That's fine. There's, like, a specific area where you want to go to. Where, like, you don't drop, so... I'm gonna actually take some more time to, like, better, like, orient myself. And even then, when I'm messing this up, like, you can easily, like... You can... Oh, that was close. You can easily, sort of just, like, redo that again. Alright, there we go. 4 for 5th time's the charm. It's a very hard trick to do, like, It's a pretty hard trick to do fast.
I don't know what you meant,
notice
4th
why...
or 5th. That was first try. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, first try. First try every time, so... We can't actually, like, progress, like, normally through there, because there's, like, an automatic death trigger that happens. Because in like, the story, you're actually supposed to be, like, helping the Turian commander, like, take care of all the Reapers coming in to say hi. But if you go over that, it's all good. But yeah, that's actually one of the hardest tricks to do in the speedrun, because you have to be very precise with your you have to be pretty precise with your movement.
Soldier, you okay?
Yeehaw indeed! Hello, friends! Welcome on in. Hi! Goodness gracious, hello, everyone!
Oh, good timing. Hello. Everyone's just in time for a really cool game.
Hi, everybody. Welcome on in. You are watching Speed Stuff for the Asian Speedrunners Alliance Marathon Weekend. We are celebrating the kickoff of Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So, welcome on in. Hi, hello. Throughout the weekend, we are featuring speedrunning talent of Asian heritage from all around the world, supported by a volunteer team from all around the world. We will be running for more than 12 hours on Saturday, today, May 2nd, and tomorrow, Sunday, May 3rd, starting at 11 a.m. US Eastern. You won't want to miss a second. So get comfortable, get cozy, consider following Speed Stuff for Charity here on Twitch, sharing our posts on social media with your friends, and if you're able, subscribe to the channel. If you're unfamiliar with who we are and what we do, SS4C collaborates with communities and supports charities through events all year round. If you would like to support Speed Stuff for Charity in holding events like this, please consider subscribing. If you can't, spread the word to your social networks. We appreciate you all being here, supporting us, watching the show, watching the events. We are currently aiming for a total of 40 subs. We are aiming to hit certain subathon goals, and we get to unlock some incentives for our speedruns this weekend. Right now, at this very second, if we hit 40 subs, we will get to watch all of the cutscenes coming in for our upcoming Pepsi Man run. We have Pepsi Man coming up really soon, and if we hit 40 subscriptions before the start of that run, we will get to watch all of the cutscenes. And I know that speedrunners love Pepsi Man.
I will take it to the bridge. Joker will also want to see it.
Anyways, again, thank you all so much for joining us. You're absolutely amazing. So wonderful to have you here. Hi, friends.
SS4C and ASA are the coolest group of people on the Citadel.
So true. We do our best.
So for those of you just tuning in from Games Done Quick, I'm Sanjan, and I'm running Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition. So this is the third game, and we are running the Any%. New Game Plus with mod for cutscene skip, and y'all should strap in because this is a really cool, very fast-paced speedrun. So to recap on what I did, like about a minute ago, there's a pretty cool battle, or pretty good cool battle that just happened. 1 second, let me lock in for a second and get some abilities here. So I'm learning Nova here, and we also just got Edie, who is our AI gamer. But she took over a mech body because she's like, I want to be on the field too.
No offense, Reeve, but let me handle this.
So what happened in that last battle is there's a pretty convenient sort of just like heavy weapon item. They change heavy weapons so you don't have them equipped by default. You get them from the field because they said, oh no, the cane is too OP. And for those of you who play Mass Effect 2, you know what the cane is.
All right, hang on. We have a misconception here in chat. Listen, Edie, I think Edie is the only good AI. She's the ship's artificial intelligence, I believe.
Yeah. Sorry, to clarify, Edie is like the ship's, or like Normandy's, like AI. Because when Timmy, aka the Lucid Man, I call him Timmy, because it's funny, built the
That's
Normandy
so funny,
SR2, he instilled he instilled an AI named Edie, and like during the course of the events of Mass Effect 2, like they basically just like unshackled her AI.
Edie is a computer who wants to be a real girl, and we let her do that, and she's wonderful.
We love that for her.
We love her so much. Now, I need to state for the record, I haven't actually played through Mass Effect. All of the stuff that I know is through, like, approximation and, osmosis. I am a BioWare girly, but I'm a Dragon Age BioWare girly.
Yeah, I like meant to like speedrun Dragon Age for the longest time, but then I got distracted by Mass Effect.
Honestly, you're real for that.
Hang on, we're trying to get to you.
Yeah, there's a lot of like straightforward just like stages here. You'll see that just like Carnage is like a really solid like AoE ability here. And then so you'll notice here I got an ability called Nova. If you ever played, for those of you who have played Mass Effect 3, you know the infamous Vanguard charge into Nova. We use that to a degree as well, because what Nova does is that it depletes all your shields, but you basically do this like really good AoE, and it has a pretty low cooldown, and it's pretty busted, mainly because you can just use Nova to like deplete your shields and then get it all back instantly after charging someone. So here, like, we're helping out the Krogans because they're just like, well, like, our group is kind of like going bye-bye here, and we need your help to, like, there's a pretty long storyline based on that.
There is a lot going on in this game.
There's a lot going on that, like, would be very hard to summarize. But what you need to know for the speedruns, the speedrun canon is Shepard likes going fast, and Shepard enjoys a lot of explosions, and Shepard will prioritize that first over other people, for better or worse. That's... And then we have our sort of... Oh yeah, I didn't introduce the Brutes. You'll see them again, but Brutes are basically just like a very well-armored enemy. They are very annoying because a lot of like the sort of elite enemies in this game, so to speak, have one-hit mechanics that are very annoying to deal with. And whenever like you get close to them and like they attempt to do their thing, the game like slows down time, and you also lose time from it. So very annoying enemies, you generally want to try to eliminate them from a distance as much as possible.
Commander, I found something suspicious.
So pretty straightforward. We are just going to help more the Turians some more, because you know everyone's got skill issues, and Shepard needs to go in and save them all. That's a pretty good summation of the entire Mass Effect series, honestly.
Just in case you needed a quick summary, you've got it.
If you never played Mass Effect and watched like the speedruns, that's the only thing you need to know, honestly. And I think sometimes that's a good thing to know. But also, I don't know if it's still on sale this weekend, but when I ran this like a few days ago, I hate navigating through that spot. It's just like very weird. Sorry, anyways. The whole entire Mass Effect Legendary Edition was on sale for like $6-7 US, so... Which is like an incredibly good deal, because you get to play 3 games in one. That's like 80 hours of content, and it is a very iconic game.
I'm getting word that it is still on sale, so if you're interested in playing this game, consider picking it up.
But when everybody expects you to be like your big time old man, that's gotta be rough.
I don't see how children shouldn't be burdened with their success.
Follow my
Let's quickly see here where I leave. And yeah, Shepard's just, you know... Speedy Shepard is all about speed and by any means possible. There you go. The true renegade, as I would say.
We're on our way.
Nice. I did not mean to do that. That big enemy there is a Harvester, one of the other Reaper elite enemies. Very annoying to deal with, because they basically... Not really because they're hard on narrative, but they just basically just like flood your screen with like fancy sound effects. So this fight is a little precise because the spawns here are random, and I had to sort of make sure I take care of that. I bring James here mainly because here, nice, and then I just have to quickly take care of the spawns here. And again, they are random, so it's very annoying to deal with. So I had to constantly seek them out. So I know they're done because I see the autosave happen here.
There he was. My Blorbo! There he is!
Blorbo!
Yes!
You see it for a second.
I hate to see him go, but I love to watch him walk away. Anyway, chat, if you've got a Blorbo, be it in Mass Effect or any other BioWare or any other video game, please let us know. I would love to know.
I think for the Tumblr or for the non-Tumblr online folks, I think we should for the non-Tumblr inclined folks, a Blorble is basically just like your favorite character that you think about every single day. They live in your head rent free.
Watch it, incoming.
Push forward. Don't let them.
I have a lot of characters in Mass Effect that live in my head rent free, as well as other series. Okay, so this is very annoying, mainly because they spawn in random places again, and I will lose time guaranteed. I'm at the... You'll see that a lot of my time loss is related to randomized spawns.
The randomization will really get you, but something that is going to live in my head rent-free is Seawolf Pilot gifting 5 subs to our friends in chat, bringing us 5 subs away from watching all of the Pepsi Man cutscenes. Thank you so much. It's absolutely incredible. All of our subs, all bits, all of the revenue is going from our Twitch channel solely and directly supports the staff of Speed Stuff for charity. It goes to operational costs, and it will help us continue to put on events like this. Thank you all so much. Absolutely incredible. All right, continue, Sanjan.
All right, so we are on Tuchanka now, which is the homeworld of the Krogans. The basic TLDR of the Krogans' problems is that they've been going extinct mainly because the Solarians released some sort of thing that made a lot of them like not fertile, and there's a cure for them that they've been trying to use, and they want that to happen mainly because so that they can. Okay, that's rude. It's a very easy to get messed up, mainly because you can't really see like the... So those are Ravagers, that's the first time you see them. And they have like lots of these little spawns that you can't really see. That's okay though. It just means you get more Mass Effect 3. You're just gonna run over and ignore them because... Sorry, Shepard's got places to go. Alright, where's that guy? I'm gonna leave them here, and then gotta take care of our friends up here. Oh, I thought that died from up there. That's unfortunate. That's fine though.
Doing what we can. What about you?
Okay.
Your program friendly.
I know the art.
So there's a sort of iconic moment here that happens because we're basically going to be dodging Reapers left, right, and center. There's also a Reaper attacking this planet, if you haven't seen it yet, and there's like a huge sort of Thresher Maw also helping us out low-key. And then everyone's just like, oh my god! Reaper! And you know what? Everyone else is like, oh my god, 10 gifted subs. Thank you so much.
Hey, hold on. That's my job.
I just want to cue you to that while I run through this.
No. Oh gosh. All right. Well, friends, we're watching the Pepsi Man cutscenes. Let's go. Oh my gosh. PT, thank you so much for gifting 10 tier 1 subs to our community and supporting Speed Stuff for charity. Absolutely incredible. Oh my gosh. Chat, I'm so excited. You are already bringing the hype, but I would love to see more hype for Pepsi Man.
Yeah, thank you so much for the support, everyone. Really appreciate Really appreciate y'all supporting small events like these. I wanted to mention that the Reaper's like animations there can't hurt you. They're just for show. So that, and you can ignore those brutes I just basically charged through everywhere. But also 07 to Morden. Just kidding. Morden doesn't pass away in my head canon.
Oh, what is going on? This is all very ominous stuff going on. Hold on. What is? I'm a little afraid. I'm gonna look at chat real fast.
I know there's like whiplash for it, but the basic summary of that is Shepard's they're just like started going through visions because like she's getting visions of people who like she couldn't save, or like
God.
or people like she had to deal with.
Goodness gracious. Well, we currently have a level 4 hype train going on during all of the doom and gloom. We're not gonna worry about that real fast. But yes, let's keep that hype train chugging. You are all absolutely fantastic. Thank you all so much for continuing. Again, all subs and bits are going directly towards benefiting the staff of SS4C, so we can continue to put on events like this, and that means upgrading our tech. That means being able to pay for servers. That means being able to bring on more partners. Exclamation point partners in chat if you want to see some of the fantastic people who are helping support us along the way, including Ikigai Arcade, Tantrum Merch, Dragon Roost Coffee, and more. Thank you all so much. You are all absolutely wonderful.
Okay, people, coming in hot. Get to cover. Understood.
All right, so we got called out here because the folks at the Citadel, unsurprisingly, are having skill issues, and you guessed it, Shepard's got to go in and fix them. So we're gonna quickly dispatch these enemies here.
I can't blame Shepard for just wanting to do everything quickly and blow everything up, because everybody depends on her so much all the time. I would be tired too.
How's that? I'm on it.
Yeah, I would be tired of people. I too would be tired, Shepard. I understand you. That's probably why she's having just like all of those visions, and you know, can't help but feel bad for her. She deserves better. That sucks. So what I was trying to do there is quickly get these doors all sorted before, or quickly open the door, because this is a bypass door where you have to wait to basically not be in combat until, or basically not get hit in combat.
Now, friends,
None yet.
you really are keeping that hype coming, and we are going to put it to good use. We have a 2-for-1 special opening right now. If we get to 65 subs by the end of the night, you get a 2-for-1 special. We have our art showcase coming up, and we are going to make these subs worthwhile. Our art showcase is going to be an emote for the channel. So if we hit 65 subs, not only will we add that emote to the channel, you will also unlock evil mode. Our final run of the night is a PlayStation Crossworld randomizer featuring Ground Zero and Shovel Claws. Along with our additional emote, you will be unlocking evil mode for this randomizer. It activates all of the traps in the randomizer, making it significantly more difficult. So chat, if you want to have another emote and make those subs especially worthwhile, and make the PlayStation Crossworld randomizer especially difficult, you know what to do. Keep that hype going and make that randomizer especially difficult for our friends. You know what to do, chat. Keep it coming.
Oh, that is
I believe.
so unlucky.
What happened?
I basically tried to go through. Actually, no, that's good. Generally, you're supposed to, after an overload, get through there, but I think Edie was on vacation for a moment.
Okay, she was off daydreaming
Also,
somewhere.
the game introduces to you the biggest Gary stew ever, and you just saw that character on screen. His name is Kai Lang, and he's like one of just like Cerberus's like main assassins. And the amount of Gary stew that the game gives him is amazing, derogatory, because I joke about the story a lot, and
Threat neutralized.
I really mean it when I say everyone in this game has massive skill issues that you wouldn't be able to see. And he just basically like reroutes like everything.
Nice one, Shepard.
And like steals everything and gets his like achievements done.
Is there any other kind?
That hitman jumped to another elevator and he's overridden my controls.
And he was based on he was a Chinese space character, and as one of like the few just like Asian characters, like I think they did him dirty, and he deserved better. That's a very basic summary. And my slightly hot take. I know a lot of people don't like his character because he was very Gary stewed for no good reason. But characters like him need better representation and better justice.
You're right, and you should say it, I think. PT thinks that you're very brave for saying that, for the record.
Yeah, I love don't get me wrong, I love the Mass Effect series. I just have a lot of opinions on a lot of things, and some of it, unfortunately, you know, because it's like from 10 years ago, didn't age well. That doesn't stop me from appreciating the game. Right, so there was a lot that went on. Cerberus, you know, made entire mess of the Citadel, unfortunately. But you know, we still have to fight on. So we have our next princess, metaphorical princess, as I like to say, and that's the sort of the next arc of the speedrun, which is the Geth and Quarians. So we are going to be getting Tally, and we are actually going to be using her for a bit, primarily because she's very good against Geth enemies.
Another princess. Super Mario Galaxy is looking pretty different these days.
Yeah, I think in this place they have like multiple space princesses. And Shepard is the princess that is saving all the other princesses. I love that for her.
Shepard is God, what is it? No, that's a what am I thinking? I'm thinking of a Baldur's Gate reference. God Specialist Princess? I don't know. I fumbled it. No,
that's Astarion?
No, that's a star. No, Shadowheart is who I'm thinking of, who's like God's
Shadowheart.
It's okay. It's fine. We can. Oh goodness. Everyone, thank you all so much for the hype train. We have raised 100 bits and 16 subs. Shout out to our anonymous friend who also gave a community sub to the channel. Thank you all so much. You are supporting so many great things and helping us showcase all sorts of friends, including our Asian American Pacific Islander friends here on the first few days of AAPI Heritage Month.
Gabby, do you want like a random fact?
Absolutely.
I know I remember that you love Lightning. Lightning and Liara are the same voice actor.
Really? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that until like a few years ago. It's like the vibe just makes so much sense.
You know what? You're so right, actually. Yes, it is like very close as far as like the typing goes. They have the same vibes. They have the same vibes. I see it. The vision. I see it.
Till then, I'll make do with mag boots.
Hey, take your time, Commander. We're fine until they, look out.
Yeah, so a lot for this next arc because we have to deal with a lot of enemies that have shields. We're going to be bringing Liara. Not Liara. Sorry, Liara. We'll get you later. We're going to be using Edie and Tally. because Vanguards don't really have anything good to deal with shielded enemies, and both of them have the tricks for that. But here we have to kind of just like go through a bunch of just like plot exposition. For those of you who are wondering why was there just like a long whole W walking section, it's a little significant mainly because in Mass Effect 2, Shepard basically asphyxiated, I think I said that word right, in space. So a lot of part of that shows that like she's able to work through that.
I found another airlock. I think we're good to go.
Great. If you override the controls, we'll be right there.
Just gonna try to do this. Close enough.
Next time.
Yeah, we got basically called up to help the Quarians get rid of the Geth. There's a lot of just like a sort of big thing about just AI and being sentient here, because the huge summary is that the Quarians created the Geth to do all the like their labor and hard work, and then the Geth became sentient and went up against the Quarians and took over Rannoch, and the Quarians have been living in a space flotilla ever since. And some of this, and as you've seen from Mass Effect 1, there's definitely a section of Geth that works for, that is with the Reapers, and that's not very good trademark. You have to deal with these Geth hunters, which can be pretty annoying here. As you see here, they're sidestepping me. Yeah, these Geth enemies are very annoying to deal with because they will just like dodge you, and there's gonna be a mission coming up after this that makes dealing with the Geth very annoying because they like to hide, and when they hide around and you can't hit them out of cover easily, you lose a lot of time.
Shut it down.
Right, but how do we get there? The Geth have sealed emergency bulkheads to block us off. We need a route to the
Tali and Shepard are dealing with basically a programming problem,
the ship.
and Shepard's acting at the duck. So, how you doing, Gabby?
That could
I'm doing great.
the Geth still have us locked in
Oh
here.
gosh,
We need to get
sorry.
this
I'm
open.
still recovering from whatever the heck God specialist princess was. But hi friends. If you're joining us and you're wondering, okay, I know what SS4C is, but what is ASA? ASA is the Asian Speedrunners Alliance. Our goal and our aim is to celebrate our Asian members of the community and to promote Asian representation in community events of all kinds. By holding its own events as well as collaborating with groups like Speed Stuff for Charity here, ASA seeks to showcase all of our talented Asian speedrunning community members. To learn more about the Asian Speedrunners Alliance, you can check out our Discord by typing in !ASA in chat. If you are Asian in a way that is meaningful to you, I highly recommend that you join and hang out with us. We have opportunities coming up all the time.
Never understands integrating that completely into a system.
Share your joys with us. We love uplifting and supporting each other as best we can. How are you doing, Sanjan?
Survivor?
I am gaming, as I like to say.
It is big gaming hours here on SS4C, it's true.
Yeah, so I climbed down a couple stairs here. This next part's a little scary because I have to time it. So you see that little like electric field thingy that happened? Those things deplete your shields. The main special thing I have to take into consideration is that if I play that and like transition into like the next area, it is an auto death. And in addition, as well, like if your shield is completely down and you get hit by the electro thing, then it is a instant death. So you generally have to be very careful about your shields coming into here. So that went pretty well. There's 2 shielded Geth here. That's fine. All right, pretty good section. So the way to also get around that if you're going to get hit by that electro field is to just play a little bit of the cutscene until that passes.
First try every time. You love to see it.
Shepard! Grab my hand! Good. Hopefully we're done with elevators.
That's a joke from Mass Effect 1 because I know everyone in Mass Effect 1 loves elevators, and I know everyone that plays Mass Effect 1 loves the Mako. I think the Mako can do no wrong. I'm sure I'm also going to get a lot of angry people in my DMs saying, how could you like the Mako?
I feel like the Mako is like an acquired taste. You have to learn to love it.
You have to learn the art of driving the Mako.
So true. That is a skill in and of itself.
Right, so I am just going to do a little clip here so I don't have to go down. And then we rescued the Geth AI here. If you actually played Mass Effect 2 and saved everyone, that person you saved there will be Legion. But unfortunately, because in the speedrun canon, we did not save Legion. We get random Geth VI here, number 5,000 and something. So they have so the concept is this game is like for all of the major NPCs you lose, like they have like the replacement NPCs, which you saw Reeve in there, and if you have them, that essentially means that you can complete some stuff, but you don't get like the true happy ending. And I think that's also why there are people who are very unhappy with Mass Effect 3, and I understand.
Commander, I've got a lead on something interesting. Have you got a minute?
And I think that it goes into like just like a sort of interesting discussion when you have like series games that you can't make everyone happy, like decisions wise, because you have so many branches.
It's definitely a problem that happens a lot with very narrative-focused games. Not to talk about Dragon Age during a Mass Effect stream, but Dragon Age suffers from the same issues, even though the characters vary from game to game. So there really is no winning, honestly.
Yeah, that's the main thing with Dragon Age and Mass Effect, especially like both of them. Like, there's so many canons, and then you make when you can have like the official canon where, like in Dragon Age, for example, like Alistair becomes king, but you're gonna have the unhappy people who's like he should still be a Templar, or like he should be the random drunk guy you meet at the tavern. And like it's valid, of course, but the game of course can account for only so many things, especially when you have 4 games. So this is like this is generally like the most volatile area or mission, primarily because you have Geth here who like to hide. This first part isn't so bad, but you're gonna maybe see how bad the other parts are. So I'm saving and reloading this because I essentially skipped the first one, and because we skipped the first one, we can't bring Liara, it gets stuck there. But if you just reload the autosave, Liara's back with us. So to see where all of our Geth friends are at, I got. That was a battle for sure. Hey, come back here. Yeah, you see these Geth like to hide. That was not a great battle. There's one more here.
Where is he hiding?
Where?
He's like around a corner somewhere.
Where's Buddy?
Oh,
I
found
see.
him.
Yeah, that happens.
Liara, take the gun out.
And we have to do this twice, and we have to use these turrets here, and to quickly aim them. This first one isn't bad, but the other ones can be very bad because if these Geth like hide behind there, then it's just really, really... That Geth just... Are you serious?
Because this batch of Geth, they're also random, correct?
Yeah, their spawns are like less random, but where they go is random.
Let's get the last one.
So still hard to predict regardless.
Yeah. Okay.
You're up, Liara.
And the second one is pretty bad, can get pretty bad, mainly because we're gonna be the ones that get stuck on the side here. They like to run, and I have to make sure they do not escape over there, yonder. So that went pretty well. That's pretty good. And if you thought that wasn't enough, there's this third portion here where we have to rescue the Koreans, civilians here, and you cannot see where you're shooting with them.
Ah, yes, of course, the secret third thing. How could I have forgotten?
So their spawns are not 100% set. They're somewhat consistent, but when your turret doesn't want to do its job, they really don't want to do their job. Please. All right.
Once the signal is disabled, the captain must come through to creator forces.
You should not use it before reaching the base.
And we are coming up on the last mission of the Korean and Geth arc.
The birds don't quit. Commander, I've got a lead on
As we meander, I do want to remind everybody that we are now 46 out of 65 required subs for our 2-for-1 special. That is adding evil mode to our PlayStation randomizer, our PlayStation Crossworld randomizer, which features Ape Escape and Jack 1. I realize that I've neglected to mention this before, but you know this now. Evil mode activates all of the traps for both of our randomizer players. In addition to that, we will also add the emotes that will be created during our upcoming art showcase. So you've got a 2-for-1 special, and we are really making those subscriptions work for you, friends. So if you are already subscribed, you can gift a sub to a friend in chat. If you are a Prime gamer, Prime gaming absolutely works towards our subscription goal. Prime subs, gift subs, and your own subs will all help us reach our goals for today. So again, 2-for-1. It's a bargain, if you will. Now is the time to do it.
Nice. I wanted to make my way over here as fast as possible, primarily because if I don't get there fast, then ads spawn, and we have to sit there and deal with the ads, and they are very annoying to deal with because they're all rocketers. So there's a huge army of Geth here we have to deal with. I will try to deal as much as possible. Try to AoE what I can. I'll let them deal with that. Should be one more here, and I can just run through.
Shepard Commander, do you need assistance?
We'll get through. What's your status?
Fuel machines down to all ships. We've got Geth frigates inbound on the civilian fleet. Run! Keep the civilians in formation.
So a lot of the optimization in the speedrun lies in being able to position yourself very well movement-wise, as well as dealing with enemies here as quick as you can. But on the basic level, like, I would say the speedrun is extremely accessible. Is there one more enemy? How are they hiding back there?
We really are just making things exceptionally difficult for you
Oh
today.
my goodness. They just want to make my life harder. My goodness.
Shepard Commander, you have successfully opened the blast shield doors.
Good. We'll be back out in a minute.
Negative. The path behind you has been sealed. A nearby elevator can take you to the upper level.
They're just being all the spawns are being just like extremely rude to me today.
They're
A
giving
Geth
everybody...
Prime, that means you should throw your Prime subs.
There you
your
go.
Geth Prime.
Throw in your Geth... sorry. Oh, God. Your Geth subs.
Your Geth Prime sub.
Your Prime subs for Geth Prime. And that will go towards our 65 subscription total goal. Again, 2-for-1 deal. You get an emote out of it, friends. And you get to see what that emote is really, really soon. It's very exciting.
Alright, so there's a lot of... There's a lot of just like cutscene things going on here. So we went here to try to destroy Reaper base, but TLDR we find out is a live Reaper base, or it's an actual live Reaper. So Shepard and her wisdom and gamer leveled content decides, you know, I'm just gonna 1v quote unquote 1v1 this Reaper.
Just 1v1 the Reaper, no big deal. Not
Why
like
not?
It's a giant robot or anything.
With the help of the Normandy, of course, and our fellow weapon that just orbital strikes on
Link up with the Normandy and be ready to fire.
on the Reaper's weak spot. So we have this weapon that just aims at it. The main thing we have to be careful about is positioning. This first one's pretty simple because the Reaper aims wherever they want to aim, and the next ones will be coming to us. This first one is going to be quite a bit delayed, so we are not going to shoot immediately. We are just going to wait until they intentionally aim at us and run to a specific distance here, spot here. Run all the way back, and as soon as this comes up, we will just aim here. This is meant to be just like very cinematic. Mass Effect 3, they really just like went all in on the cinematics.
You gotta do it for the drama
barrel here.
sometimes.
Yeah, so you gotta do it for the drama. You gotta do it for the, oh my god, Shepard just 1v1 the Reaper.
Again, shoot the cool gun. It's a really big gun.
Yeah. It's like all slow-mo here.
Absolute cinema.
Alright, I gotta
Really?
make sure I don't ruin girls' night here.
We
That's
have
why
to-
I like let. So if you select like, so if you choose to allow to get to upload the code, Tally essentially leaves the party, and we can't let her leave the party because that would ruin girls' night.
We have to keep the girls together. It's important.
Damn right. Commander, I've got a lead on something interesting. Have you got a minute?
And so that concludes the Geth and Corian arc. And so now, right after this, there's another. The Asari are just like, hey, can you save our metaphorical princess as well?
Sorry, Shepard, your princess is in another space station.
And so we were sent to go talk to the Asari counselor directly because their planet got invaded by the Reaper's team, and, you know, as usual, they're in big trouble and can't do anything. But in addition, they think that there's an artifact
I'll do what I can.
that is essentially going to help them defeat the Reapers. And so we are off to Thessia. So fun fact, I didn't know you can just go directly to the council area. I always started basically from the beginning. So I didn't learn that until like later. It's like, oh, I can go directly to the embassies. So we are off to Thessia here. And so Thessia is essentially the home planet of the Asari. And everyone's kind of just like, oh no, if the Asari are in trouble, that's really bad because they're generally very resilient. For those of you not familiar with the Asari, it is not the same as Fate from Chrono Cross. I guess maybe they were inspired by Fate from Chrono Cross. They are basically like a species of
My home.
Feymays who
Hold up here. You must be
live for like 1,000 years. I didn't barrel roll fast enough to better handle the stagger. So this first part is just like the standard rootin' and shootin' here.
Rootin', shootin', tootin'. I didn't realize this became a western.
Shepard just enjoys just like the cool explosions and cool gun sound effects. Shepard kind of enjoys that too. That's probably why Shepard himself is just like such an iconic character. One more husk here. That should be it.
Outpost Titan, we've got people coming your way.
See the city burning like this is...
It can be rebuilt. Watch it!
It can be rebuilt. We have the technology. So true.
This has to end.
Try to take care of these. Yeah, the main use of charge is it's a way to travel around.
And she
You can
goes
technically
so
also
far.
speedrun this as an infiltrator as well, which is what some of the runners on the higher difficulties do, mainly since you take a lot of damage on the higher difficulties. And infiltrators can just like kind of stuff around. I'm gonna try to charge to them. You're gonna meet another really iconic elite enemy here. Just kidding. We're just gonna run away because Shepard's got places to go. We don't have time for that. You'll see them later.
Listen, if it sucks, hit the bricks. Just leave. You can go.
Yeah. Speedrun Shepard is a good example of that. If the battle looks like it sucks, hit the bricks. It's okay.
You can, in fact, just nope out of a fight.
The hell it won't. We get to this artifact and we can all...
So we get introduced here to the Banshees. They're enemies that can shoot stuff at you that deals damage over time, but they also, you know, as in classic Mass Effect fashion, have a one-hit ability. And we're gonna use this to hopefully aim here. It's a little annoying. So there's a clip here that we can do just to quickly get in there, because normally you would have to bypass that and get into a scene. Wow, yeah, everything got taken care of. Please. There we go. So barriers are a suggestion for Shepard.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Barriers and fights both. Absolute suggestions.
Take a look around. Maybe one of these artifacts is what we're looking for.
So we have to activate 3 sort of artifacts here to turn on the conduit.
The beacon seems to be powering up. The sequence is still incomplete. I'd say that one counts.
I'm just gonna go do that here, and I have a lot of gripes with the plot here because there are just so many things that don't make sense. This turns out to be a sort of Protean artifact here. I believe an artifact that has the conduit here. And our fellow Gary Stu, Kai Lang, is here to steal it.
Oh, he's back.
I've got this. I need to recharge. Cover me.
The most lamest thing is that they somehow managed to steal it, even though, like, there's just a ship that they can deal with. But they, you know, they had that happen just for, you know, the parody of the plot.
Plot armor is one heck of a drug, truly.
Dismissed.
Anderson is available on
Plot armor is such a fun and ideal thing to apply onto a random character that we start meeting in Mass Effect 3.
I feel like that's the Mass Effect version of evil mode is the plot armor for the bad guy.
Alright, coming up is our next mission. We are going to Sanctuary because we are investigating a bunch of stuff, really unhinged things that Cerberus is doing as an experiment. A lot of people remember it as a very scary and ominous mission because you have to deal with a lot of enemies, and especially those Banshees, which are extremely annoying to deal with. I'm here to tell you... mayhaps we are doing that, mayhaps not.
The only way to know is to keep watching.
Cerberus,
There's a lot of destruction.
Cerberus doesn't get the jump on us this time, surely.
everyone hear that?
Surely.
Radio's offline.
Now, chat. I'm going to plug the PlayStation Crossworld rando evil mode once again. I would genuinely love to see this evil mode because it unlocks all of the traps, it makes things significantly harder for our runners, and it's a 2-for-1 special. When you unlock evil
Are they
mode...
really gonna hide? Sorry, this phantom here. Are you serious?
I said evil mode and the NPCs heard me and they were like, got it. No, that's not what we wanted.
It looks like the Reapers were pursuing them.
But yes, 2-for-1 special. 65 total subs will get you evil mode for our PlayStation Rando, as well as a brand new emote for chat that we will see during our art showcase. That will be created during our art showcase, and we get evil mode. We are 46 out of 65. So, slowly but surely we are getting there. I would love to see a little bit more momentum soon. Chat, I believe in you. I believe in you with my whole heart and soul that we will be able to unlock this 2-for-1 special. Why are we in the sky? Hold on a second. What happened?
Shepard's using her Spectre powers. Because generally you have to go through like a bunch of areas here, but you know, Shepard literally is a Spectre.
Get ready.
That's the end of the mission. Shortest mission in the game. Shepard's literally using her Spectre powers.
What kind of soldier looks at a camp that turns people into husks and goes, yeah, I want to help with that?
The same kind of
Commander, I've got a lead on something interesting. Have you got a minute?
So what happened there is you can essentially just use going out of bounds with those elevators to get to the end of the level. Very conveniently, they place the ending trigger in an area that we can reach with the elevator, and a lot of that is you can just go in, the elevator, getting in bounds in the elevator is a little precise, primarily because it is easy to drop down, so you have to time that pretty well. Also, this is the final sort of vision area. And we don't have to move around. We're just sitting here.
She's in the torment nexus again.
Yeah. She's in the she's fully resigned to the torment nexus.
They do say that is the final.
Me when I'm in the torment nexus. Just look at her face. She's like, "Oh, this again. I'm in the torment nexus.
It's just another Monday.
Just another Monday."
I do have an announcement to make. We have moved our art showcase up. So our art showcase is coming up next, which means that you get to see this emote getting created sooner rather than later, but that also means we have less time to meet our current incentives. So we want to make 65 subs to unlock that emote, as well as evil mode for our PlayStation Cross-World Rando. Chats, you know what to do. Gift subs, prime subs, and any subscriptions, they all go towards our incentive. Do what you can.
Nice.
I believe in you.
Can you open the hangar?
So now we're doing our final assault on Timmy's base here.
Helping us now.
Since Shepard, got tired of all the shenanigans all the Gary Stews are doing, and it's just like, okay, we're just gonna go to the base and take back what's ours.
Overriding safeties. The fighters should now launch toward the hangar.
And we're gonna have our final stand with our fellow Gary Stew friend here in a bit, but we have to go through a bunch of areas here with lots of enemies.
Repeat. Hostile forces have
Gonna do that.
all units respond. Research
Quickly
personnel
take care of this Atlas here.
destroy all data below class.
What do you think
The
we'll find
destruction
trophy
left by
in
the
the
fighter
eye?
will offer
Please, Edie! My characters are sabotaging me. I'm gonna try to quickly get to this ladder as fast as possible here. And we can just skip those sets of enemies here.
We cleared the hangar and are inside the base.
Good work.
We found the turret.
You're just going to... Ooh. So there's a whole bunch of enemies that we have to face here. I have to make sure that I keep in mind my cooldown here on overload, because overload hits them, but I also have to make sure deal with them all here. I want to deal with them all here as fast as possible so that I don't get repeated spawns. That should be it, hopefully. There's still one enemy. Interesting. That's not ideal, but I didn't see that enemy. The biggest problem I have is just making sure the enemies are all dead, because they like to, again, they like to hide.
I can bypass it.
And they really
And
have been
normally
hiding.
you'd have to like watch those logs that Edie had, but Shepard doesn't have time to do that, so it's a quick save and load. Sorry, what was that, Gabby?
I'm ready.
Know that they have been especially, like, diligent in their hiding for this run today.
Yeah.
So it knows we're here.
Now this next charge here is pretty RNG. If I get it, if I don't get it, ooh, instant, nice. I have not gotten that in like 7 or 8 runs. That charge is RNG, I swear. Else I have to charge up to them and I have to climb the ladder, and that loses me like 5 seconds. And having to watch as I climb the ladder makes me cry a little. Alright, so we're heading to our big boss fight here. Our Gary Stu boy Kai Ling here. We're gonna send our characters over here, and I have to make sure I watch him. Mainly because he'll randomly like quickly start moving here. Now I'm going to shoot him here. And I also do not want to be in his melee range, because if I get close to him, then he just sort of just activates this like sort of 1v1 mode, and it just wastes so much time. Not the best fight, but that's okay.
I'll talk to Hackett about that, but
And just like that, we are already on the final mission. So the final mission is unironically also like the longest mission, primarily because it's 2 parts.
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
And there is a lot going on. So we've amassed all of our troops and friends that we have gained along the way, and we are seeking to now invade Earth, go back to Earth to take back Earth from the Reapers that have been putting everyone in the Torment Nexus.
Anderson, but timing.
And if you're curious, also, in a non-modded speedrun, this segment is like 15 minutes long. Sorry, 30 minutes long. Because there's just so many cutscenes that we have to sit through. So I had to charge them. Atmosphere here is very bleak because the Reapers have been messing with everything. Cutscene here. I try to position Viara. Edie over here.
keep an eye out for their heavy weapon supplies.
So I'm gonna gun here for the Kane immediately, because I want to target the Reaper here. And while I do that, I try to deal with all the Marauders as much as possible here. I think that's everything. Very smooth. So there's a Banshee that ends up right here, but we can just pre-cane it.
Didn't even see it coming.
Yeah, they didn't even see it coming.
You made very quick work of that Banshee, wow.
Yeah, the cane is a very overpowered one-hit weapon. It is a lot more busted, but in here, because they give you all the heavy weapons, like, within the game rather than you equipping one, sadly, you just have to deal with it. So this is essentially just survive for a few minutes, but we are also going to try to kill the cannibals, popping up slowly here as fast as we can. Since I believe if you kill a certain amount, the ship going for us will quickly come and rescue us, so... I have no ammo. I'm gonna yoink one ammo real quick. There we go. I can just ignore them from here on. I think by default, if you don't get it, or if you don't kill a lot of them fast enough, it's about 60 seconds of surviving. And this next part is essentially a long intermission portion. It's meant to be the place where you can like talk to your squad mates as a sort of just like last bit of talking and get everyone's vibes before the true final mission where we're facing off against the Reapers.
The cinematic final breath before you go into the point of no return.
Yep.
This is a BioWare special. I just finished Dragon Age the Veilguard and they did the same thing there.
Yeah. At least without spoilers, the final fight is actually like pretty cool. We are gonna stare at the light because we actually do not have to deal with any of these husks. So it is like a little break, but as you notice, I zoom in mainly because as soon as the cutscene triggers, I just want to skip it. So if you have any last announcements you want to talk about, feel free.
Yeah, absolutely. I do want to thank everybody for joining us. And if you are just joining us, hi, hello, you're watching Speed Stuff for the Asian Speedrunners Alliance Marathon Weekend. We are celebrating the kickoff of Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Throughout the weekend, we are showcasing and featuring speedrunning talent, speedrunners of Asian heritage from around the world, supported by a volunteer team from all around the world. We are running for 12 hours today, May 2nd, and tomorrow, May 3rd, starting at 11 a.m. U.S. Eastern. You don't want to miss a second, so please consider following, sharing our posts on social media with your friends, and if you're able to, subscribe to the channel. We are currently working towards our total of 65 subs that will unlock a brand new sub emote and the PlayStation Crossworld Rando Evil Mode, which opens up all of the traps in the randomizer and makes things significantly harder for our runners. Every little bit helps, and all of the proceeds will go towards our channel to make sure that we can continue putting on events like this.
Quickly take care of this big harvester here, and after that's gonna be a banshee nap. That's rude. And that's all we need to eliminate to get to the next area. Okay, it took longer for the animation to come out. Please, excuse me, coming through. Take care of these cannibals here. Nice. If I quickly use Carnage there, or else the husks there are gonna stagger me. You're just going to run past. Use the good old charge tech here. Ooh, okay. Fine. Ideally, I wanted to try to have them go to the other side. That's okay. Yeah, in the normal gameplay, it'd be very scary to run through all this. Or deal with all these enemies, but in the speedrun sense, you don't really need to handle them. You just need to run through a trademark. And then we are essentially in the final area here. Gotta deal with these friendly neighborhood marauders here. Nice.
But the company's been wiped out.
I'm gonna go here. There's a heavy weapon that I can use to prepare
Major,
for a
what's the
future mob.
situation?
The beam's interfering with missile guidance. We can hit the destroyer, but we'll never make the precision strike.
Bring my squad mates there.
Damn it.
Drop this weapon
I may
here.
have a solution. I should be able to use the Normandy systems to enhance the missile's targeting capabilities. I just need to create a link to the Normandy. That's it. I'll let you know.
Alright, so there's a big section where you have to deal with a bunch of enemies.
We'll see.
Here, I'm going to try to singularity as many as possible. Quickly AoE them.
Protect those tanks until we can get a shot.
You heard him, people. Get ready.
Just going to charge. Deal with these husk here. Alright, decent fight. And then I'm going to park them here. And there's another section that we have to deal with.
But they destroyed our trucks, overwhelmed our position. Our left flank is gone. They're headed your way. Sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir.
Hang in there, soldier.
Hang in there,
Heads up,
soldier.
we got more incoming.
We better cover our left flank.
Try to be careful. I'm standing here mainly because there's going to be 2 banshees that spawn up here, and I want to be able to handle them quickly. So deal with that. Ammo conservation is also pretty big in this section. There's another banshee here. Have to be careful not to get meleeed by them too hard. And that should be it for that section. Alright. So there's sort of 2 last sections coming over here.
I've reprogrammed targeting. Missiles are ready for launch.
Got it. You heard her. Back to the truck, people.
And then there's going to be a whole bunch of... do this for safety. A whole bunch of brutes that come over here to say hi to us. And we just have to make sure we handle that handily here. So make sure where they spawn, because it can be random. Where are they at? Where are my friends at? They're not my friends, but you get the message.
Allies? Maybe a good word for it?
A friend's derogatory, there we go. They're friends who want hugs, but I think their hugs, you know, kill me, so...
They're a little spicy. Spicy hugs. Spicy hugs derogatory.
Oh, I missed that harvester, okay. So I have to watch here, and I'm looking for the autosave here. Yep, and then once the autosave hits, I have to sit in the corner for 1.5 minutes. Because this is an auto-scroller survival, and I want to also try to not have to, like, lose all of my barriers, or charge, or get the banshees next to me, so...
Alright, chat.
We
you
hide
know
here
what to
because
do.
the banshees are on the other side.
I can see them. They're so scary. Alright, chat. Send Sanjan all of your best vibes and all of your hype. Sanjan, we believe in you. You got this.
I also have to learn how to count to 90 seconds in my head, so... Once I get a little closer... I have to slowly make my way to the other side. That Marauder just, like, dodged my carnage point blank. That Marauder's a gamer. Oh, is there a Banshee nearby? There's a lot of stuff nearby. So I'm gonna slowly come over here. So I ideally also want Liara and Edie to survive. They're basically sort of my meat shields. I'm gonna try to bring them over here. Alright, and here's the very famous run. And that's all the combat section, so... We have essentially 2 minutes of plot and fun stuff to deal with, but before that, we have a very, very difficult final boss. I'm very scared. Please give me your energy, chat.
Chat is bringing the hype and the energy for you. Keep it up, friends. We got this. Sanjan, you got this. You're great. You're so
Thank
skilled.
you. I gotta lock in for this last part.
Lock in, bestie. You got this.
So what's happening here is they had to do their final run to get to the conduit because it's a device that they can activate to control Alt F4 delete all of the Reapers, and you know, because the Reapers are defending it, they sent all of their troops, and so there's a mechanic called Galactic Readiness, and you know, because we speed ran through it and did not get many people, Shepard and co got all destroyed. But you know, as you see here, Shepard made it to the end with a very scuffed, looking very scuffed here, worse for the wear. And our final boss here is coming soon. There you go, buddy. Alright, can I get this in one hit? Ooh, one hit. Alright, that's it. That's the final boss down. We did it.
First try every time.
First try every time. Alright, so a lot of this here is, the rest of it is plot. We go up against Timmy here, and we can essentially decide the fate of the galaxy. And spoilers, it is the bad ending because we didn't get any... We didn't have any survivors, really. And Shepard went too fast. Because in speedrun canon, Shepard only believes in going fast and saving the galaxy, quote-unquote, saving the galaxy. So, while we're doing that, we have a lot of time to go through my shoutouts, so shoutouts to the BioWare speedrunning community for very much getting into Speedrunning Legendary Edition, or speedruns of all three of the games. It's a very, very accessible speedrun, very easy to get into. I would say this one and one to a degree are the most forgiving speedruns for new people to learn. I run the original versions mainly because I'm accustomed to them. And so I also learned a lot of this from watching Mike's speedruns. Mike is a top speedrunner in here, and he is also running this at SGDQ, so definitely tune in to watch that. And also big shoutouts to Creepy King for developing the speedrun mod for all three of the games, and this essentially just cuts out a lot of the movies and makes it as accessible as can be. And shoutouts to SS4C and ASA for putting up this event. This event is important to me because I like to see a lot of people of different walks of life being highlighted here. And as a Vietnamese American woman myself, I know personally I found it hard to be able to see other people like me. And it is really cool seeing a lot of people similar to me do speedruns. And you all should definitely go in and support the people of color in your life. And that's pretty much it for the shoutouts from my end. By the way, time is coming up soon. So... And my sound did not cut out this time because the last time I ran this for a showcase, the sound cut out for like the last 10 minutes, and I had to make up dialogue in my mind. So you actually don't have to talk to the kid for the ending. You just shoot and time.
GG. Absolutely incredible. Sanjan, thank you so much. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you so much. Oh, I guess for where you can find me on Twitch. I stream on occasions, not as much, mainly because I'm busy. I'm under Sanjan _ if you ever want to see speedruns. I am currently focusing on Mass Effect 3. I do want to get back into Chrono Cross, and that's about it. I'll throw it to you, Blackheart Means.
Yeah, thank you again so much. You beat me to the punch. I was about to ask where the good people could find you. You're way ahead of me there. All right, friends. Thank you all so much. Sanjan, you have, as always, been absolutely fantastic. And everyone, thank you all so much for joining us here today during this, during our entire stream, but also during Mass Effect 3. This has been so much fun.